together. We change the world.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Theo here with a Should You Pull tier list for Kam'lanaut's BT cycle. Some disclaimer before we start, this tier list is not a representation of strength. DFFOO is a fairly balanced game where you can make almost all units work in the correct team. If you have a favorite, always prioritize those. That said, this video might be helpful if you are playing on a stricter budget. And unless otherwise mentioned, all characters are assumed to have their full kit. There is BT, LD and FR where applicable. I also won't go in depth into each character's kit. Check out other content creators if you're interested in a more detailed breakdown of each character. For the first tier, we have Theo approves. These are meta-defining characters that can potentially make it easier for you to clear events. Having them in your pocket can sometimes save you a bit of a headache. Next is the You Decide tier. Useful characters that can either fulfill some niche or characters that have a BT or an FR weapon that makes them stronger than the average LD only characters. Consider pulling these characters if you need to expand your roster. The final tier is Safe Skip, usually reserved for LD only characters that doesn't have a unique niche. First up in the cycle is the 6 Warrior event. Rework characters for this event are Kam'lanaut, Paladin Cecil, Kimari and Palom. Going from the bottom, we have Palom as a safe skip. He's an LD only ice damage dealer with rebreaks, not bad but unfortunately nothing special. In the You Decide tier, we have Kimari. Also an LD only character, but he has a useful niche with his True Blind. And it's now more reliable for him to activate his EX with his new jump +++. We also have Paladin Cecil, a BT or a bot with overheals and now quite decent damage. Last but definitely not least from this event is Kam'lanaut. Cam is a very strong utility support character with an FR and BT. You do need both of these weapons because one of his FR condition, paralysis, is more easily achieved if you have his BT. I understand that Kam'lanaut is very hyped in global because of his infamous 80% HP damage bonus increase during Force time. But do be warned, using Cam this way requires 2 very specific setup costs, Ice Enchant and Launch. First is Ice Enchant. Cam does not naturally provide an Ice Enchant, so you'll need to find a way to provide this for your party. Kurasame is currently the only party-wide enchant call, and we do need his LD for that. Otherwise, we can get a self-enchant effect from his base call. Keita also has self-enchant from both versions of her call. If you are on a budget, you can increase both of these characters to crystal level 80 for the free selfish enchant. Just remember to equip them on the character that will enter their BT phase. If you want to bring an Ice Enchanter to the party, then Snow with BT and Celeste are currently one of the better candidates. Selecting an ice attack will increase the HP damage bonus by 20%. The second condition is Launch. Cam's FR gives 20% HP damage bonus when attacking a paralyzed enemy. But this condition stacks during launch. So a full launch will give you 20% per character, so for a total of 60% bonus just from this condition alone. There are several ways to reliably trigger a launch. The easiest method is to just equip Sid Rain's LD call attached to your BT character. Another method is Selfie. Without these two, you could also bring a BT character that can already naturally launch, like Cloud, or use a launch enabler like Kais. Among the two conditions, launch is the more important one. Even without Ice Enchant, it's already 60% HP damage bonus per action. If you can only fulfill one condition with your roster, launch is the one that you want to focus on. So yeah, Kam'lanaut is strong, but do be warned that he requires a specific setup to work. Next event is Dash Intersecting Wills, featuring 2 reworks, Dash and Machina. First up under You Decide is Dash, a thunder enchanter that can paralyze the enemies. His FR requires on-turn thunder damage, and for the enemy to be paralyzed during their turn. Not a big fan of his FR. And next up we have Machina. Machina has always been one of the strongest characters in DFFOO ever since his BT Plus debut. And now he's even stronger. With C90, he has increased stats and can now equip Ultima weapon. Still one of the strongest BT Plus character with a very strong BT face. For the final event of the cycle, we have a raid featuring Tidus and Barret. Barret is unfortunately a safe skip. He's an LD only offensive support. He has critical rate up and really nothing else to write home about. And for the final rework of this cycle, Tidus, a DPS that could work with just his BT, provided you already have a different FR to enable him like Kam'lanaut. If not, then he also has an FR of his own that he can reliably tick up. A very strong damage dealer and simple to use after the rework. Between Machina and Tidus, it's safe to just pick up one between the two of them. They have quite similar playstyle in that you need to double dip their BT, as in activate their BT finisher first and then get into their BT phase. They are both also sword users, have at least one of them maxed, and they will likely carry you for quite a long time. For my own pull plan, I'm only pulling for one weapon this cycle, and that is Tidus' FR weapon. His kit fits more for what I'm trying to achieve in this early Shinryu era, and I can't wait to try him out. And that's it for the tier list and pull plan for Cam's BT cycle. If there's anything you disagree with, do let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you like this kind of shoot you pull format, and subscribe for more DFFOO content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!